Do you speak accounts payable? Do you know what all the accounts payable terms or accounts payable abbreviations stand for? In this very short video, I'm going to share 20 abbreviations or shortcuts used in the accounts payable function and reveal what they mean. Do you think you know them all? Want to test yourself? Before we start, stop this video, look over in the show notes, and you'll be able to copy down the abbreviations. On YouTube, you might even be able to hit the more key to see the full explanation. Then copy and paste the list, bring down your answers, and resume watching. Make sure and brag about your results in the comments section below. Hi guys, I'm Mary Schaefer from AP Now, the place where we share the latest business intelligence with those who work in, manage, or have responsibility for the AP, P2P, and payment function. All right, so let's get started. Okay, clearly the first one is an easy one, AP. I'm sure everybody got accounts payable. Let's move on, P2P. Many of you may know it as peer-to-peer, but in the accounts payable world, we call it purchase to pay, procure to pay, something like that. Number 3, ERS, evaluated receipt settlement. This is when you have a payment process that includes that the supplier does not send an invoice. It's used primarily in the automotive industry. Don't feel bad if you got that wrong. That's kind of an obscure one. Moving on, T&E, travel and entertainment. ACH, automated clearinghouse, but we use that shortcut to denote an electronic payment that is made by the ACH, the automated clearinghouse, and it can be either a credit and a debit. P card, purchase card, procurement card, corporate procurement card. TIN stands for taxpayer identification number. If you're not in the United States, you probably don't use this particular terminology as often, but TIN stands for taxpayer identification number. W-9 is the IRS form in which you send to a potential supplier to request their taxpayer identification number, which can be either a social security number if they're an individual or an EIN if they're a company, which stands for employer identification number. Okay, I got a little ahead of myself there. 1099 is an IRS form that you report income that's not reported like on a paycheck. In accounts payable, we use the 1099 MISC and the 1099 NEC primarily, but there are a whole bunch of other 1099 type forms. But the MISC and the NEC are used to report non-employee compensation. AI, I'm hoping you all got this right. It's artificial intelligence, and its related feature, if you will, RPA, which stands for robotic process automation, which is what we're seeing a lot of. Okay, well, that's enough about technology. Before we get to the second batch, if you like this episode, please give us a thumbs up. And if you loved it, please subscribe. We produce new content for the channel 3 times a week. Tuesdays and Thursdays are devoted to payment and accounts payable issues, and Saturdays are reserved for Wordle. All right, back to our little quiz. DPO, days payable outstanding. It's more an accounting term, but we do use DPO in accounts payable, or at least some of you will. The next one, S-OX, or just SOX, stands for Sarbanes-Oxley. Again, primarily a U.S. thing related to strong internal controls. SUT, sales and use tax. VAT, value-added tax. SUT is primarily a U.S. issue. VAT is a European, Canadian, and a few other countries who use it also. Okay, YE, year-end. YTD, year-to-date. Okay, you probably all can guess that ME then means month-end. P&L stands for profit and loss. And our last one is a little longer. It's 210 net 30. It refers to those situations where a company is offered an early payment discount, and it's the most common one used in the United States anyway. It's where the typical payment terms are net 30, which means you pay on the 30th day. But if you pay before the 10th day, you get a 2% discount. Okay, the lingo, as I'm sure you guessed, is just the tip of the iceberg. There's quite a bit more you need to know to do a good job in accounts payable. We recently did a broadcast on that very topic. You can watch it now. There's a link to it in the show notes, and on YouTube, a link will appear momentarily on your screen. if you're watching it there. As always, I greatly appreciate your thumbs up, your comments, your shares, and your subscribes. Don't forget to let us know how you did in the comments.